Hey friends, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. I also need to clean my glasses. Once you hop on the live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please feel free to say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I do also want to let you know that I am live in 2 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably watching from a different platform. And if at any time during this project you like what you see and you think others should see it, or you just want to help out my channel, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Also, you can hit the thumbs up button, or you can hit the heart button, and I would greatly appreciate it. Not only does that help my channel get seen by new people, that also tells the algorithm that you like this kind of content. Therefore, it will start showing you more content like this. And I greatly appreciate it. And always, as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. I see that Jason is watching from downtown Atlanta, and he says he's happy to see me. Happy to have you on. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. As others hop on, we will say hi to them, but let's go ahead and flip the camera and I'll show you what we have going on. Full disclaimer, this heat transfer is sold out. I just missed it probably by a few days. It has already been restocked once, but it is not coming back again. So my apologies. I meant to get on here with it sooner, but I did not. But if you happen to have this, or if you've had your eye on other heat transfers, which we have quite a few, and I have the link to the heat transfer page in the description of the video, or you can just type transfer in the comments and I will send you the link via your messenger. You can go check out all the other heat transfers we have. I also know that there is a big box craft company that has 2 names that rhyme that also sell a very similar DTF iron-on transfer. So if you like this design, you might go check theirs out. But this one came with all sorts of little different sayings that I have cut out. It also had this little guy right there, but we're just going to use these 2 today. I did find my tote bag Gosh, I need a lint roller. I did find my tote bag at Hobby Lobby. Let me go ahead. If you want to screenshot that, there you go. If you want to screenshot that, I think at the bottom is the SKU number. But you can also type in natural canvas messenger bag into the search bar on Hobby Lobby. And you can find it there. Hello, Miss Bonita. She is here. You're done with supper and celebrating. Was it your mom's birthday? Somebody's birthday. Happy birthday to them. And then I also have this cute little bag from Dollar Tree. I got it forever ago, so I don't even know if they still sell these, but I have quite a few in my stash. So we're going to use this one. I'm going to cut it apart. I'm going to put the rainbow on the natural canvas portion, and then I think I'm going to put Prey on the mint part. And then another disclaimer, if you can see in the description of the video, these heat transfers are technically sublimation transfers. Oh, that's right, your granddaughter turned 10. Well, happy 10th birthday to your granddaughter. These are sublimation heat transfers, and sublimation requires a textile that has the sweet spot is 70% polyester. Some of the designers have gotten away with a little less than 70%. The higher the polyester count, the more vivid the colors will be. And they look really not vivid now, but once you heat press them, they are super saturated. So what sublimation does is the heat turns this ink kind of into a gas, which then permeates into your sublimation substrate. This, however, is not polyester. It is cotton, but I've also seen some designers and crafters use what they call a sublimation spray. So we're going to give it a try. If it doesn't work on this bag, I can always cover it with another canvas panel. But this is supposed to pre-treat cotton so that it will take the sublimation ink and be a little more permanent. So I sprayed it on this morning. I let it dry. It is a little stiff, but we're going to try it anyway. Most of the heat transfers come in a package of 2. This one, because it was larger, only came with 1, but it did have quite a few designs. So I'm just going to pop. I'm going to lengthen that so it gets out of my way. I'm going to try to pop this in at least this way. You don't want to use any of your sticky mats because the heat from your iron will completely melt your sticky mat. So this does have a pleat at the bottom, so I'm trying to make sure I get it up above that pleat fold. Not that it totally matters, but and then I need to try to get it pushed to evenly to the center. I don't want that. I mainly tried to get my pressing mat up above that fold because I don't want that seam to interfere. Like there's a bump right there that I need to try to get out. It's part of that seam. Okay. And then another tool to have for sublimation is heat resistant tape. And I also got this at Hobby Lobby. It was super cheap. I think like $5 for the whole thing. So you'll notice that my image is backwards because we flip it over and we put it like this. And I think there is a weird seam there, which I hope, and there's also a zipper, which I hope does not melt. Maybe I can put it under the zipper. Nope, I have to go up a little bit. We're going to give it a whirl. Hopefully I don't melt the zipper. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think about that when I picked out my bag. And that doesn't go all the way down. Let me just see if I can get this all the way down. I can push that. That worked. Okay, sorry, kind of fiddly, but let's see, but there we go. That works a little better. So then you're just going to want to try to center it and get it where you want it. And then you're going to use this heat resistant tape. And you're going to tape your transfer down. I'm literally just eyeballing it. You don't want your transfer to move at all, because then the ink is going to shift. I can't necessarily trust my top markings because I cut it at the top too. So start. I should have probably ironed this ahead of time. It's kind of wonky. Whoops. It's kind of a big piece. Yeah, you don't want your image to shift, because then your ink will shift and it will kind of create a double image at that point. And I do want my heat press on at 360. Should have already had that turned on. Okay, let's read the instructions before we get too far. For best results, heat transfers are designed for use with a heat press on polyester or polycotton fabric blend items, at least 70% polyester. The instructions are: if the heat transfer design is larger than the heat press, tape the design into position on the surface with placement tape or an alternative temperature resistant tape. Cover the heat transfer with parchment paper to prevent the design from bleeding through onto the heat press. Set the temperature of the heat press to 360 and the timer to 60 seconds, which is best for most projects. Press with a medium pressure until the timer stops. Remove parchment paper immediately while the project is still warm. Repeat steps as necessary until the full design has been pressed. So those are the instructions. And actually, while that's heating up, we can go ahead and maybe get this one placed. I'm going to cut these two apart. There's something gunky. And we're going to get my tape. And light colors work best. Okay, so that's kind of the middle. I'm just going to pop that there. Whoops. So you don't want to use these heat transfers on like black t-shirts or black textiles. Let's see, where's my... Okay, got that done. We're almost heated up. I might go ahead. I'm going to try to use my smaller iron on the smaller thing, because my big heat easy press will probably melt that whole thing. Okay, 10 more degrees and then we should be done. Okay, so I have parchment paper here. Okay, so that's wide enough. Okay, I'm probably going to do this in 2 passes. So I'm going to make sure my cord is going to make things fall. Okay, so here, oops, 60 seconds. So I'm going to move my timer to 60 seconds. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to hit my button. I'm not going to move it. Hopefully it got on most of the design from side to side. So we're just pressing it down. I'm just gently, well, not gently, giving it a little bit of pressure. I mean, I'm not like laying on it, but you definitely just don't want to move your transfer. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. Oops. I don't know what happened. Oops. It wasn't done yet. I don't know what happened. I'll just have to watch the time. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of temp. I think we'll be okay. So we're still pressing. Hopefully I'm not scorching anything. I did use the spray on the smaller pouch. Let's see, I'm going to turn this diagonally. See if I can get most of it. I did. I used the spray on both of them. And it's just kind of a pump spray. I'm going to kind of take a peeky. It kind of worked. I'm not melting my zipper. I'm not going to totally remove it yet. I kind of want to do a little investigating to see if it worked. I think so. I'm going to stick it down for a little bit longer down here. Oops. Sometimes it's kind of hard to determine what the real color is supposed to be. It's probably going to be a little lighter than it would be on like a true polyester surface. Hopefully I'm not scorching it. I'm going to come back up here for a little bit. Afraid of torching my zipper. Whew, something stinky. Okay. It will be hot. That looks better. Something didn't work there. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I didn't spray enough there. Anita says she wonders if her daughter would loan you her, loan you her heat press. Her hubby bought it for her when she was making shirts using heat transfer vinyl. The easy press works. Heat presses are obviously better. I do have an actual heat press. It's still in the box. Oh, I'm just kind of guessing, but thanks. I wasn't going to hold it on there for the whole time. This areas. Yeah, we're going to remove it. I'm going to see. For the most part, it worked. There's a little bit right there that didn't, but I'm not terribly concerned. But for the most part, it worked. I mean, for being a cotton substrate, that looks pretty good. I can see there's still some ink left. I could probably try to, and I may try to use my smaller iron later. But let's go on. Speaking of smaller iron, we'll go on. I think that looks pretty good though. Especially for it not being a completely polyester surface. Let's see if my zipper, did I fry my zipper? Nope, it still works. Sweet, now I have a new Bible bag. Make a cute little tassel. Okay, now let's put that somewhere. I'll get this going, and then I need to plug in this little guy. I'm going to unplug this guy, move my drink so my cords don't knock everything over. Okay. Is there a reason why that's not turning? Oh, there, it's on. Okay, so that's off. I want it hot. Okay. And now I'm going to get my phone out. Actually, I can use my watch timer. Oh, hopefully this works. I'll just use I have to use my watch when I'm ready. Oh, while we're waiting for my iron to heat up, let's go through this. So I should have posted this morning, but I wanted to let you know about the new Perks promotion. So the Perks program is technically it's our Crafty Costco membership. You pay a $20 monthly fee, but then you automatically get that fee back as a $20 product credit that you can use that month. So girl math, crafty math, that's free in my mind. And then you, by being a Perks member, you get to shop at 30% off retail prices all day, every day, which is super cool. If your wish list is way bigger than your wallet, like this girl's, I think it's a great way. I think it's a great program to take advantage of. And somebody in our designer group asked if you had to sign up month to month to month, and you don't. You can cancel at any time. You can technically sign up at any time. So I know we don't always know way far in advance when we have a launch, but there are some customers that come and go from the Perks program based on launches. So if you know that there isn't going to be a launch a certain month, then you just don't sign. You don't always have to be a Perks member every month. Does that make sense? It's kind of a free-flowing, fluid kind of thing. So for right now, the one of the Perks member exclusive promotions is free shipping on $50 or more, or not free shipping, $5 shipping on orders of $50 or more through March 9th. And there is always for right now, there's always a shopping tab, a sale shopping tab, kind of a hidden shopping site for Perks members and designers that you can go shop. It's hidden for regular retail customers, but as a Perks member, you have the ability to shop that. And there are some really great items in that sale tab that retail customers, normal retail customers, full paying retail customers don't get the privilege of shopping in. So if you're ever on my chalk site, make sure that you go look in that shopping in that tab. Right now, through today's the 4th, 5th, through Friday, the Perks member monthly fee is half off. So you pay $10 this month, you get a product credit of $20. So Couture is now, we're paying you $10 to be able to shop at 30% off. So you pay in $10, you get $20 back in product credit, and you get 30% off of your shopping, and you have access to that sale tab. So you can stack that 30% off on those sale items, as well as saving 30% off on retail pricing. So take advantage of that if you're not already a Perks member, because that is a huge promotion. Hopefully that makes sense. Okie doke. Okay, I think this one's ready. So let's try this. I have a tiny little piece of parchment paper. I think we're just going to do one at a time. I'm going to stand up again just so I have a little bit more leverage. And, whoops. I'm going to hit my button. Okay. So we're just going to press this and hope that it works. So this is a little travel iron that I got at Walmart. I absolutely love this for heat setting small projects. I've used it for Couture. I've used it for heat transfer vinyl. I've used it for lots. So I hope that all made sense, because that is a fantastic promotion. And the Perks program, if it would have been around when I was first looking at Couture, that's probably what I would have done. Although I've had fun being a designer, I've met lots and lots and lots of people. Okay. I'm just going to kind of take a sneaky peeky, see if it worked. Yep. I'm going to let that cool and we'll do this bottom part. Make sure my timer's set again. And then we'll heat press this end. Let's see. Free up this hand. Okay, so also wanted to remind you about our Club Couture kit for the month. I will be doing the next square on Monday. We did our little pillow / zipper pouch last Monday, and I inked it all in black, and then I watercolored in with ink on the Charlie Brown square. So next week we'll do Snoopy, so make sure you come back for that. And then color of the month, the color is Struggle Bus this month, so it's kind of a mustardy yellow. It's a really pretty yellow. I should be getting mine hopefully by the end of the week, so I can show you what that is. But you can unlock the ability to purchase the color of the month with a $75 order. Leave that there. Kind of wipe it off a little bit, cool it down. Ouch, that's hot. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I'm just going to move my iron a little bit. Move it as far as placement, that is. We talked about the Perks membership. $5 shipping on orders of $50 or more for Perks members through the 9th. We had the Snoopy spring release on Sunday. Check that. I'm just going to pull it up from the bottom. I think that's as good as we're going to get. This is so fun. Hopefully my tape marks come out. Let's see. I think that one needs a little bit more time. I'm going to set my timer again. And then push down on that. So this is the Peanut Spring 2026 Collector's Edition bundle. So that one includes an extra special transfer. It's the Happy Easter transfer at the top. So that is the SKU number for that. So you get all of the Snoopy Spring transfers plus the exclusive if you purchase the Collector's Edition bundle. And then we had the Looney Tunes launch last Thursday. That Collector's Edition bundle it sold out in like 2 hours, but they have restocked it, or they have reordered it, so it will be restocking soon. And then we have also had the Harry Potter release a couple weeks ago. Luna can't hear my timers for some reason, I guess. Plus I try to get them quick. Yeah, she does not like my timers. Okay. Looks a little better. Okay, there's that cute little bag. Hopefully I didn't. I may have ironed it together though. Actually, I think it'll peel apart once it's cool. It's actually almost all pulled apart. So, let me be your guinea pig. Make sure you probably put some cardboard or something on the inside, especially if your insides. Wasn't plastic in there, but it was just enough where it It's a little lighter than it probably should be, but I'm okay with that. We do know that the spray works. While I have this little iron on, I'm going to try to fix my prey. Because I think I might be able to line it back up. I mainly just want to try to fix that. I can kind of line, you can see this, excuse me, this heart. And I can kind of see this heart down here. I set my timer. I'm going to see if we can really press that one on there. Oh, Jason says cute. Of course, I probably didn't get it perfectly lined up, but it's the price we pay. I probably should have just left it alone. So if you are doing a little zipper pouch, you might want to put just a little piece of parchment paper on the inside so you don't accidentally iron the insides together. Okay, let's see what that did. Not a darn tootin' thing. Actually, I'm just going to leave it on there for a little bit, see if I can get it to press. So how's everyone's week been? Anybody got any big plans for the rest of the week? If you're in my area, eyes to the sky on Friday, because it sounds like we're going to get some pretty severe weather. Thursday's not looking great either. Spot just doesn't want to press very well. That's okay. I think it actually looks a little better. Benita says you got a text from Sherry and her grandson Easton are coming for the weekend. That'll be fun. Benita, while I have you on, do you have any of the past nativity transfers? They would have been a size D transfer. I'm asking for a friend. I just need to have you come over because there's a ton of scratch and dent transfers that I need you to go through. And then I just bought a bunch of stuff off of a former designer over the weekend. And so I have a lot more. But there's some in there that I think I would like to pass on to you. And one of them is the nativity transfer. So you need, I don't remember what it's called. But I took a photo of it and I'll just send it to you. And then there was one more. I don't think I'm going to get this side to don't think I'm going to get that side to go. I can tell it didn't press real well because I can still see that heart on my paper. So I need to go, I have a, yeah, there's a ton of scratch and dent used transfers in this last batch that I bought off of this designer. Well, that's kind of working. So many of them, I think there's some that have missing parts and some have parts in other bags. So I have to go through those and try to get them all back together. It's a mess. It amazes me how poorly some people have taken care of their transfers. I'm not the best, but these were cut apart, and they're in different, there's pieces of one transfer in 4 different packages of other transfers, and just, that's why I quit cutting my transfers apart. It's just less that I have to, yeah, less pieces. I think we're getting there. I just don't know if this gets hot enough. And part of it is just because this is cotton. So yeah. And it's a thick cotton canvas. I'll shoot you that I'll send you the picture of that nativity transfer, or yeah, and see, you can let me know if you have it or not, because I would love to pay it forward, and it's brand new. And I know you'd get a lot of use out of it. So this lady that I bought stuff off of, well, at least that heart's on there, and my piece looking a lot better. Anita says she's really careful with her transfers. They're all hanging, have them sorted by theme. Yeah. Some of them aren't even in the right bag. Some of them aren't even in a package. At least they're put on right, though. This lady had them put on right. That other lady that I bought stuff from, half of them weren't even put back on the right side. But yeah, I got quite the haul over the weekend. I think I had 30 of the 10-inch round squares and hexagons, mostly rounds. Couple of board and pillar signs. There was an 8 by 12, 9 by 12 Verity, one of the fancy $80 frames, but it had gotten wet. So some of the corner moldings disintegrated, but I'm going to try to fix that. Lots of, I don't know if you remember the 18-inch reusable rounds that we had in the very beginning. There's quite a few of those, quite a few little hexagons. There's one more spot up here. So I'm kind of excited. I need to just get some bundles built. I'm going to have some product at the mall event that I do on the weekend of the 20th. So yeah. I got some more house cutouts. What else was in there? Quite a few box frames that I didn't have. And they were the double-sided box frames. A couple of Graysons. But yeah, quite a few of those 10-inch ones. And then I just need to have some more classes. I think a little bit longer up here, and we should be good. But I'm super excited. I'll have to go grab it when I'm done. There were 2 transfers. They're Halloween transfers that I had been coveting since I started, and they were already retired by the time that I started. And I kept hoping that they would come back in all of the vault re-releases, and I'd try to find them on the In Search Of page for designers. Never found it. And these 2 transfers were in the stash, and they're still in good condition. So I was as giddy as a goat when I found those. I'll get them here in a little bit. I think that's actually a lot better. It doesn't show up as much on camera. There's a few little light spots, but I'm okay with that. I think I'll try up here. There's one little art mark up here. And then, so I still have these pieces left that I didn't use. Oops. But I can use those on something else. And you, like, designers have used these on wood, glass cutting boards on the back side, and I know Hobby Lobby carries sublimation cutting boards. There's sublimation tumblers that you can use these on, sublimation coffee mugs. Bonita says, well, now aren't you blessed for next year's Halloween? I think I'm good with this. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug my iron. And we'll go ahead and peel this off. It's better than it was. At least I've got the entire heart now. Yeah, that turned out cute. I'm just going to throw these 2 away, and I'll make a cute little tassel, probably for both. Super cute. Pull my mat out. Get rid of that. Ooh. Okay, so there's our cute little projects. Let me go get those 2 transfers and I'll show you. And actually, I can show you the other one. I can show you that nativity one. Let me go get it. Well, I'll get mine. Mine's been very well used, but I'm not going to crap over. Okay, Benita, do you have this one? It is from 2028. This one is mine. But there was another brand new one in there. Well, sold for free. Okay, I'll get that to you. Okay, so here's one of the Halloween transfers that I have been wanting really, really a lot. Just need to tape it back together. I don't even remember what the other side says, but it's double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. I'm so excited. So I'm going to take this back together, though. I've been taping all my transfers back together. If I'd happened to cut them apart, I just tape the back side of the backer sheet back together. So that's one of the Halloween transfers. Oops, if I melt it with my iron, that would be tragic. Anita says that one's adorable. I was so excited. Okay, here is the one I was super excited for, and it doesn't even have a date on it. So it's like, so Couture started in 2017. I joined in June of 2018. And I think before 2017, it was even, I think there was a Kickstarter program for the Couture in the early days. And I think this transfer may have been either from super early 2017 or even the Kickstarter program. And it was when transfers were different colors. It says, I put a spell on you. I'm so excited for this one. This one was on my wish list and I could never find it. It was the elusive unicorn. So transfers used to be different colors. Like there were gray ones. There's a yellow one that I ended up with that's kind of a bee honeycomb. Benita says, oh, goodness. She loves it. And so there was a yellow one. And then there was also this one. It's green. It has a couple of different, and the backer sheets on some of, like this backer sheet's clear, but there's two different wreaths in this one. See, that's not even in the right bag, but yeah, I was stoked about this one. I think I'm going to do like a wood cutout for it, maybe. I don't know. Do something. It's super cute. Actually, I'll probably do a cutout of just the hat, and then I'll drill a hole and we can hang a cute little spider from it. Yeah, I'm super excited. Do you have a, you're probably going to get a lot because this particular designer bought like 6 of some things because I think she did classes or had parties. Do you have this one? Because I think I have plenty of, at least have found the parts. I don't know if I have full, but do you have this one? Because I have quite. You have this one? No, you do not. Okay. I'm just going to make you a pile. Actually, I should just have you come look through them. But I got to get the other ones put together because they're all in a transfer tote in a mess. Like I literally I had a pile of just fonts, letters from different font transfers that I've got to figure out what came with what and what transfers they are and get them all reorganized and tape back together. And like I'm babying this one because the corner was all folded over, so I was trying to retrain it a little bit. Oh well. Okie doke. I should have probably tried to fix that part a little bit, but that's okay. So the spray works. I would still suggest looking for a higher polyester count, and I didn't see, there's no tag that tells me what this is. Oh, it is 100% cotton. So the fact that this came out as vibrant as it did with on 100% cotton, and then this was, I have no idea. This doesn't even say. It may have some polyester in it, but this is the spray that I used. There's a couple of different brands. They look very similar to this, but it's just a pump spray. And it just says, spray on solid color t-shirt or other fabric. Let it dry. And place image face down. Use a heat press. This says at $3.90. I'll try that on the next t-shirt. Probably should have read these instructions. Okay. That would have been helpful probably. So we'll try it on $2.90 on our t-shirt. Okie doke. Here was our cute little projects that we made this evening. Fun. And I hope hopefully you'll give these a try. I'm going to do a few more heat transfers. I haven't bought very many. Some of them aren't quite my style. They're a little more floral than I would prefer, a little more Victorian than I would prefer, but I did like this one. There's a cute little Easter one that we're going to try next. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. Thanks for chit-chatting with me. Cross your fingers. I am going to try to be live this weekend. I really like hanging out with you, but I just get so distracted on Saturdays, and then I end up falling asleep on the couch and not getting anything done. So, but I promise I'm going to try. So with that, I'm going to hop off tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.